Seeds of Wisdom RV and Economic Updates Saturday morning, June 14, 25. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Good morning. Dinar recaps. SEC. Ripple file motion to release $125 million in escrow as case winds down the lawsuit against Ripple, filed by the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. In December 2020, is finally wrapping up. Ripple and the SEC filed a joint motion on Thursday to release $125 million in funds held in an escrow account to pay for settlement costs ordered by the court. According to the letter submitted by both parties, $50 million will be transferred to the SEC for the civil penalty against Ripple, with the remaining $75 million transferred back to Ripple, pending court approval. The filing attorneys wrote, "The parties' proposed resolution will preserve the resources of the Second Circuit by avoiding the need to decide appeals, obviate any remand for further proceedings in this court, and bring 4.5 years of hard-fought litigation to an end." SEC and Ripple wind-down case following 2024 ruling in July 2023. Judge Annalisa Torres ruled that secondary sales of the XRP token are not securities, granting Ripple and the crypto industry a partial yet major victory. However, the judge also ruled that selling XRP to investors during funding rounds did constitute securities sales, due to how the tokens were offered as compensation for investment in a business enterprise. As a result, Ripple was ordered to pay a $125 million penalty to the SEC as per a subsequent ruling from Judge Torres in August 2024. Unsatisfied with the outcome, the SEC filed an appeal in October 2024. Roughly 1 month ahead of the 2024 U.S. presidential election. Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, announced that the SEC was dropping the appeal in a March 19 X post, accompanied by a video statement from the CEO celebrating the outcome as the de facto ending of the case. Shortly after the announcement, Ripple agreed to drop its cross-appeal with the SEC. The crypto firm also secured a refund from a lower court, allowing it to retain $75 million of the $125 million penalty stipulated in the August 2024 ruling. BRICS and de-dollarization. U.S. dollar faces severe crisis as allies exit. The BRICS de-dollarization efforts have catalyzed various major transformations as member nations, and others, implement strategic measures to reduce dollar dependency in international trade. Through several key approaches, the economic bloc has spearheaded what experts describe as a severe U.S. dollar crisis via local currency agreements and alternative payment systems. Across multiple significant areas, this global trade shift has become the most substantial challenge to American financial dominance. The BRICS currency alternative is gaining momentum through bilateral agreements. The use of the US dollar in trade among BRICS countries has been reduced to approximately 1/3 of its previous level, and the de-dollarization impact now extends beyond economics, as nations seek greater financial sovereignty and independence. BRICS push new currency as dollar loses trust in global trade. Shift bilateral currency agreements accelerate BRICS de-dollarization. Through numerous developments, BRICS de-dollarization initiatives have reshaped global trade via direct bilateral currency agreements. Russia and China have led the way, with over 1/3 of Russian trade conducted in Chinese yuan by the end of 2024. The share of ruble-based exports rose from 10% to over 40% during the first year of the Ukraine conflict, highlighting how geopolitical pressure can hasten these shifts. Brazil has also advanced this agenda. At the 2023 Business Forum in Beijing, China and Brazil established direct exchanges between the Brazilian real and the yuan. Brazilian banks now use China's cross-border payment system, making yuan transactions simpler and more efficient. India and the UAE entered an agreement to trade in Indian rupees, including a major deal where India purchased 1 million barrels of oil and paid in rupees. This deal occurred days before the UAE's BRICS invitation, signaling widespread interest in dollar alternatives. Tanzania's ban on the US dollar helped pave the way for neighboring countries like Kenya and other East African community nations to explore similar paths. BRICS Pay System challenges Western financial infrastructure. BRICS nations have developed BRICS Pay, a decentralized payment messaging system that allows transactions in local currencies, aiming to reduce dependence on Western systems like SWIFT. This is a technological breakthrough in the bloc's de-dollarization effort and a direct challenge to U.S. financial dominance. The New Development Bank, NDB, plays a crucial role in this transformation. With an authorized capital of $100 billion, the NDB has financed infrastructure projects in local currencies, reinforcing financial sovereignty and weakening traditional Western institutions. In Brazil, the NDB has financed 1,041 million Brazilian reals, RMB 1,425 million, to expand power distribution infrastructure. In Russia, the NDB provided $68.8 million for the Ufa East Exit project. These investments show how de-dollarization is evolving from policy into tangible infrastructure and economic development. Realized cap. XRP overtakes Solana. While attention focuses on upcoming regulations and ETFs in the making, a less publicized technical indicator is reshuffling the deck. XRP has recorded a fourfold increase in its realized capitalization compared to Solana. This capital shift hints at a deeper and unexpected market dynamic, challenging the current wave of enthusiasm around Solana. Behind this metric, a change in investor perception appears to be unfolding, returning XRP to a central role in the altcoin arena. XRP shows a plus 4.2% increase in realized capitalization versus plus 1% for Solana over the past 30 days. The difference suggests a rapid capital rotation toward XRP. Signaling short-term renewed investor confidence. Webis International, Vivo Power, and Wellgistics have committed over $470 million to XRP treasury strategies. XRP is aligning with institutional standards. While Solana enters a consolidation phase, the indicator reshaping the map. XRP leads Solana while ETFs may eventually push both XRP and Solana to new highs. Ripple's token has already surged ahead in terms of realized capitalization, a key on-chain metric. According to Glassnode, XRP is up plus 4.2% in 30 days, while Solana has risen just plus 1%. This clear differential shows accelerated fund inflows into XRP, suggesting traders and investors are showing short-term renewed conviction in the asset. In contrast, Solana's slower pace comes despite being a focal point in ETF discussions. This divergence implies that real capital flows are favoring XRP, which may not yet be reflected in market buzz. Understanding realized capitalization. To grasp the importance of this evolution, it's essential to understand the metric itself. Realized capitalization represents the aggregated value of tokens based on their last transaction price, a more accurate reflection of activated wealth. XRP plus 4.2% increase signals not just speculation, but committed capital inflows. Solana plus 1% suggests a consolidation phase or waning buyer momentum. The direct read. Investors may be shifting into XRP for yield, stability, or tactical repositioning in fast-moving markets where technical indicators carry weight. This shift in realized cap could mark the early stages of a broader trend. Institutional adoption and legal clarity boost XRP. A major driver behind XRP's momentum may be institutional engagement. Webis International, $300 million, Vivo Power, $121 million, Wellgistics, $50 million. Together, these firms have committed over $470 million to XRP treasury strategies. Additionally, Trident, a Nasdaq-listed company in Singapore, is planning to raise $500 million, also focused on XRP. These moves come amid a dramatically improved legal climate for Ripple. The SEC and Ripple recently filed a joint motion to dissolve an injunction and cancel a $125 million penalty, signaling potential resolution of long-standing regulatory hurdles. Unlike Solana, which relies on its developer ecosystem and ETF hype, XRP is increasingly viewed as an operational treasury asset, bridging traditional finance and crypto, from speculative token to strategic reserve by combining rising technical indicators. Institutional Capital allocation legal resolution with the SEC XRP appears to be undergoing a strategic transformation, from a speculative token to a practical institutional-grade reserve asset, if sustained. This shift could mark a lasting turning point in XRP's role within the global financial system, far beyond temporary price movement. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Source: Dinar Recaps.